Dex, what are you doing to your dad? Oh, he just came through a gate, and Dexter managed to tangle himself, myself, and my tripod all up in like, I don't know, 4 foot of lead.
During the meanwhilest... No.
Quite how he manages it, I've no idea. Anyway, yes, it's Dexter and me. And we are out on one of our little strolls. And today is a bit of a, I'm going to call it a mixed media kind of day. I'm hoping to do a little bit of macro, some woodland, and who knows, even some landscape photography. Though it's mid-morning, the sun is up, and you know, the light is not ideal, but you know, hey ho, we see what we can do and get. How have you? He's done it again. How would you do this? Come on, pull up. There we go. Sometimes he even gets tangled in it before he's got it on. I don't know how he does it. Right, hang on, I've got to get through this other gate here now, and he tries to go a different way. Hang on. Right. Come on, not through there. No. You got through the gate, mate. Through the gate, not through there. Dexter is, he's just back from the vet actually. He had his annual service. So all his jabs and his kennel cough treatment, which he hates because it's like a puffer thing that goes up his nose. And, he has to be, he actually has to be muzzled to for that to be administered. He really doesn't like it at all. Anyway, we were a little bit worried about him because he had a lump on his tail, right at the root of his tail. And if you can see. Now, his tail's always been a little bit misshapen, and you know, tails are gristly little buggers. But this growth, which I think has been there for quite some time. We actually had the vet to have a look at it this morning, and she's happy it's just a cyst. So thank goodness for that. Little bit of relief all round. And I didn't really think there was anything wrong with him, to be honest, because you know when your dog is ill. You know, he wouldn't want to play, he wouldn't want to do anything, but you know, he's just been his usual ebullient, boisterous self, still trying to kill me when we're out. Anyway, we've headed today for our little patch of local woodland where there are, I think, Dexter, you've missed the little you have to take a different way. There are mushrooms in abundance this time of year, all sorts, hundreds of different varieties. Beth, on her app on her phone, now has something like 104 to 100, I think maybe more than 110, say, different varieties of mushroom, but pretty well all from, you know, down here, with the exception of a few at Craigenhorse and a few at Knoll Park. Right, we're going to go this way, Dex. Into this dappled woody dappled, oh, it doesn't matter, we're going up here. Right, it may all get a bit dark. Now on this little path up here, hang on, let me adjust this. There's mushrooms on the floor already, hundreds of them. Let me take this filter off, don't need that on in here. Right, that's better. There are mushrooms everywhere, including up here in this little portion of the woodland, the wonderful fly agaric, but I just spotted these already. Not the most attractive things in the world, but let's carry on down here and see what we can find. Come on, Dex, lead the way. it's the ground is quite wet and boggy, and Dexter has an advantage over me. He's got 4-wheel drive. I've only got 2, and one of them isn't the best. I'm sorry about this lighting, everybody, but it's the best I can do. We're in, like, you know, sort of like dappled light and dappled shade. Yeah. We saw a last weekend up here. We saw I think it's Britain's deadliest mushroom. It's called the Destroying Angel, and it stood out like a mile. It was bright white, and but unfortunately unfortunately for me, from a photographic perspective, and probably unfortunate for the poor animal that ate it, it had been half chewed, so I couldn't get a picture of it. I've spotted already. Wow. That's very impressive. If you wonder about fairies at the bottom of the garden, I'm going to see if I can get up here. This is typical fairyland stuff. Look at these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in a little cluster. I think this is going to make for my first composition of the day. Let's see if we can get these. I don't think I'll get all 4 in, and one of them is in bright sunlight anyway, so that's just gonna blow out. I think I'll try and get the 3. Odds are always better than evens, aren't they? So I'll get the 3. Right, so here's that first shot. How did I not spot him? This is my favourite dead tree that I photographed before. You've probably seen it, or if not, I'll pop it up now. I photographed it from come on, you, from both sides. Have I? No, I've only photographed it from this side, so maybe I'll take a picture from the other side after. Let's see what else lurks in this patch of woodland besides wild horses. Wow, whoa. These have really caught my eye. These are gorgeous. Come here, yeah. Deep purple mushrooms. Now they're all over the place. There's loads of them. They are really quite something to behold. Yeah, they're everywhere. Don't know what they're called yet, but we'll definitely get picture number 2. Oh, look at this cluster. That's going to be the image. Yeah. So I'll spare you me setting up and taking the picture. But in common with the fly agaric shot from earlier, it's going to be a 105mm macro jobby. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Right, here's that second picture. There's another gate up there. I have no idea where that leads to. I mean, all these paths, they must all intersect, yeah? Perhaps I should just one day get the drone up really high over here when everything's kind of like died back, and see if I can map the pathways out. Lovely, lovely, very interesting tree right in front of us, and I think that's going to make... Is that going to make for an image? This is a really ugly fence, that's the only problem. Really ugly fence here. More horses. That's going to need a filter. More horses down through the trees. And in that field over there, with surrounded decks, we're surrounded by horses. Oh, he's coming this way. Let's see where this gate kind of leads to. No, you don't. Don't you pull me down there, whatever you do. Well, using my rubbish sense of direction, back up that way must be lead us back to my road, and well, down there does look really interesting, but I'm not going down there today. Not today. Maybe one day. Not today though, Dex. Right, we're back out into in some sort of open space, so I'll have to pop the ND filter back on in a second. Let me do that. And this might seem like a good time to go through the gear I'm using today. Filming wise, it's all been done on my GoPro Hero 9 Black. Come on. Yeah, GoPro Hero 9 Black. 5K. 25 frames, or 24 I think it is, yeah, 24 frames per second. And I'm trying to keep that shutter speed all cinematic at, you know, 1/48. So hence the ND filters. Right, I can hear the horses. I can see one in the distance. You won't be able to see it on this, but they're way up there in the distance. I'll try and crop in if I can. We're going to head up that way after anyway, so we should get a closer look. But first of all, we're going to head back down to this little bit of woodland. But yeah, I was going through the gear. So it's an XT2 kind of day today, and I've got with me the micro nickel 105mm. My favourite lens of all time, as you know. I've adapted onto my XT2 with the best choy or best koi adapter, or if you're pretentious and French, Bisquois. It's all gone dark again, isn't it? We'll be back in the light in a minute. And I've also got my 35mm f2 and my 16mm f1.4, and I brought my trusty three-legged thing Brian to hold it all up with. Yeah, so it's a prime kind of day. A prime day. I could have brought the 10 to 24, I guess, but hey, there we are. That's on my XT4 right now. Right then, let's head down. It was very, 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 very muddy. Very muddy indeed. I think Dexter's going to need a little foot soak in the bath when we get back. This way, matey, let's get out of this mud. Oh, he's going right through it. This way. So they're let's try and get some light on me. There we go. There are some sycamore leaves falling down all around us. It's my really is my favourite time of year now. Right then, let's go and see if we can find some more mushrooms. Is it? More of these. I think these are quite common. I think they're called common Aceria fungi. Definitely not as attractive as my deep purple ones I saw earlier. Not in the same league. abandoned tyres and wheel. And it looks like somebody's tried to make some sort of shelter. Come on. Even if you get nothing else, I'm quite happy with the 2 images I've shot so far. Both of them were multi-shot focus bracketing, so I'll have to blend them later and hope for the best. As my even with the dedicated software, my processing skills aren't the greatest. Yeah, so let's head back the way we came and see if we can sneak past that horse. Come on, you. Oh, you can hear the ground underneath me is really soft and squelchy. Oh, these shoes are going to need a good clean, and so are your paws when we get back, young man. You just duck down under that. That's no good for my back. How's your back? How are you faring after your jabs? Are you alright? Right then, I'm going to switch you off for a while, because I'm going to try and stealthily get, I think he might have gone, try and stealthily get past this horse. Alright, got a sweat on. There's another mushroom here that I photographed about a week ago. It's called the hen of the woods, and it has grown probably since I took it. It's now twice the size it was. That is one impressive specimen of a mushroom. I'm not going to take another picture of it. Instead, I just put up the one I took a week or so ago. Yeah, we're having a lovely stroll. We managed to skirt around the loose horse, but this is all like it's common land, so you know it's all public rights of way over it. So you know if you come here, you've got to expect that you're going to see wildlife. And there's another couple up there which we've got to. Oh, they are big. They are big horses. Right then. But it's lovely here. Look at that. We are, I know I keep saying it, but we are very lucky living here. We're right on the boundary between Swansea and Neath. What's called Neath Talbot these days, isn't it? Yeah, we're right on that boundary, and we've got this, on our doorstep. Couldn't really ask for more, could you? And I've measured it. It's 2 miles as the crow flies to the sea. So that is why some mornings, when we wake up, you can smell the salt water. My dog is now tangled again. How would you do this? Come on, you're completely tangled up. How would you manage it? It really is very muddy. Of course, we have had quite a bit of rain the last few days, and this area, come here, has been trampled by horses, so it's uneven, it's unstable, it's muddy. That's a synonym for my life, really. More lovely, lovely trees though. Gorgeous, isn't it? I am going to have a bit of a moan because when I started this channel, I always said I would keep it real. Now I can't, as you know, I can't walk far, so these journeys from my house, they're like staccato steps. I walk a few yards, I rest a few minutes, I walk a few yards. So what would a fit, and healthy person be, 10 minutes out of the house, it literally is 10 minutes out of the house, is for me like an hour or 90 minutes. And now I'm like at the furthest point away from home, and I don't feel well. Whichever way I go now is uphill. My back is absolutely screaming at me, and it's like like pain in my kidneys. Really, really uncomfortable. But I'm going to soldier on. Well, what's the alternative? There isn't an alternative, is it? Because I know that just up here there is an opportunity for a landscape photo. Now, it's not going to look its best today in clear blue skies and bright sunlight, but it's facing pretty well due west. So when the sun sets, if we get a decent sunset, it could make for quite a nice little picture. So what I'm going to do is take like a reference shot today. Come on, you. Yeah, take like a reference shot today and see if I like the composition, see if I like the scene, and if I do, then we will come back when the light is better one evening, or late one afternoon now really, and take the picture. Anyway, here is said composition. It's a dry stone wall. Now I know that all around the country there are different styles or bonds for dry stone walls. I'll turn you around and show you this one. And here the stones have been laid in like in a vertical pattern. So this would be my comp anyway. It's the wall leading up then obviously to like the open area and the fields behind. Yeah, so at sunset I think this might make quite a nice picture, especially when you get a horse or two in the frame. Then it would be really nice. Anyway, I'm going to set up and take this picture, probably my 16mm, I think, my 16mm f1.4 lens to get this. Right, let's put this down and set up. Right, well that's that shot taken. Let me know in the comments what you think about the not necessarily the image, but more the composition. And then do you think it's worthwhile coming back in better light? I'm not so sure. It's not the strongest. It's not what I was hoping for, but maybe later on in the year when some of these ferns have gone like more russety browns with more of a, you know, an autumnal look to it and to the trees, it might make for a nice image then. I don't know. As I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Anyway, that is us done for this short little stroll. I've got to worry about getting home now, and yeah, I'll just take my time. I'll be all right. I'll take my time, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, does it? As long as you get there in the end. So from Dexter and me, stop eating that. Stay safe, stay well, look after yourselves, your loved ones, and keep an eye on your little pets as well, because we do worry about them, and I was certainly worried about him a little bit, but yeah, he's fine, he's all good. And be nice. Let's all just be nice to each other, and the world would be a much better place if we were, wouldn't it? Hey, righto. I'll leave you now with a view of the very shiny Swansea Bay in the distance. And yeah, we'll see you all very soon. Say goodbye to the fans, Dex. Say goodbye to your fans. Bye. I was
so